Namaste. A few days ago, somebody had asked a beautiful question that how come Magha, a nakshatra ruled by Ketu, is considered better than Ashlesha, a nakshatra ruled by Mercury? It is a brilliant question, and in this podcast, I will answer. It is necessary to remember that no matter how intelligent you are, finally it comes down to that one question: how much attached you are. And in this podcast, I will explain the significance of detachment. And then you all will understand that why Magha is one of the greatest nakshatra and why it is ruled by Ketu. So let's begin. Ashlesha is a highly intellectual nakshatra since Mercury is intellectual by nature. Magha is a highly intelligent nakshatra since Ketu is highly spiritual by nature and intelligence comes only through the supreme source of spirituality. Remember, there is a difference between intellectualism and intelligence. Intellectualism is limited to your head and to your logic. Intelligence is when your head is in tune with your heart. That is when intelligence is born. Ashlesha has its own beauty, but Magha remains the supreme nakshatra because of its let-go nature. Ketu's Magha rejoices in the state of detachment, while Mercury's Ashlesha loves to cling, to hold on, to not to let go. Ketu is the supreme energy that helps one to overcome the mind and experience the state of no mind. And it is only in the state of no mind that truth, love, and God can be experienced. Real power is when you are in the state of no mind. That is Ketu. Miracles are performed here because miracles are beyond mind, while magic is born out of the mind. Magic is man-made, miracle is God-made. Miracle is godly. Only a Buddha can perform miracle. Only Jesus, only Mahavira, only Krishna. Only the enlightened beings can perform miracles because they are no more caught up in the mind. They have gone beyond the mind. You cannot make them happy and you cannot make them unhappy. Happy and unhappy are the states of the mind, and the master dwells beyond the mind. He is the real king. He has found the real gold. That's Magha, Ketu. Magha is worshipped by many seers because Magha is the seat of power, real power. Power which is not limited to the throne of the king, but power which can give birth to many kings and many queens. Once it happened, Akkalkot Swami Samartha was seated beneath a tree, and the king, with his whole fleet of soldiers and ministers, was coming towards Swami. Even while coming to meet the master, the king wanted to show off his strength and his majesty. The king must be a Magha, because Magha natives like to show off a lot. When the king stepped down from his chariot and bowed before Akkalkot Swami, Swami got up and gave a tight slap on the king's face. The king was taken aback. Real saints are not cats, but lions. Swami raised his hand, looked at the king, and said, I create kings like you every day across this world. Next time you come, don't come with all this show off, else I will never meet you. The king started crying like a child. He touched the feet of the master and said, I am sorry, and I am so grateful to you for opening my eyes, bringing awareness to my being. Next time I will never come with all this fleet of soldiers and ministers. I will come alone to seek your darshan. Please pardon me. Swami started laughing. This is how real saints are. Their anger is also like a small child's anger. For a moment they are angry, and then the next moment the anger is gone. Completely gone. Looking into the eyes of the king, Swami said, Last birth you were a dhobi, a cloth washer, and you used to clean my clothes. Then one day you saw a huge proceeding of a king, and an intense desire of becoming the king was born in your mind. I realized your desire, and because of your selfless service towards me, I granted your wish and blessed you. My blessing has manifested. You have become the king. The king's eyes became wet. Tears started flowing through his eyes. Swami touched the king's forehead. Just a soft touch, and the king went back to his past life. And he could now remember his past birth name. His name was Bhola. He was a dhobi, a cloth washer. Before parting his ways, he had cried a lot. He had said, Although I will become the king next birth, but then I will miss you. When will I meet you again? And Swami had said, When you will become the king, then one day you will come in search of me, and you will find me. Now don't think much. You have a long way to go. The king, having realized his past life connection with the master, could not control himself. He said, You please come with me to my palace. I will take care of you. I will not let you have any trouble. I will personally attend you, just the way I was attending you in my last birth. I will wash your clothes. But, O Master, please come with me. Swami said, Once hearts are connected, then there is no need to go anywhere. I cannot stay in a palace. 4 walls cannot contain me, and you cannot stay in the forest because you have to take care of your people. Remember, you are now a king, and with power comes great responsibility. So go back to your palace and always remember, I am with you. The king returned back to his royal palace, but with a very, very heavy heart. The real power is the power that can create many such kings and queens, and Magha reflects such power which is beyond human imagination. Magha is also connected with past karma, and Ketu, Magha's lord, is also connected with past births. And so, if Rahu falls in Magha, then the intensity of past life desires is very high. And so, generally, a native born with Rahu in Magha is found to be highly passionate, and it is this high passionate nature that leads the native to high positions in life. That is why Rahu in Magha is a very powerful position for Rahu. In fact, Rahu in Magha is always in search of power. And so many great politicians are born with Rahu in Magha. Barack Obama and Joe Biden both have Rahu in Magha, and both became the president of US. However, the bad part of Rahu in Magha is that Rahu completely destroys the basic essence of Ketu, and that is living with detachment. Rahu in Magha is unable to let go, and so the nature of clinging ultimately leads such person to many miseries than otherwise. Detachment is the very essence of Ketu. In Ashwini, Ketu is fighting the battle. In Magha, Ketu has finally attained the seat of power. Magha is addressed by the ancient seers as the royal seat of power because Magha is where Buddha sits and directs his disciples. Real power is not controlling others but controlling yourself. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Magha is ruled by Ketu, and it is Magha that knows the essence of true leadership. I think Lao Tzu must have a good presence of Magha Nakshatra in his birth chart, because the way he defines leadership is simply astounding. When asked about true leadership, Lao Tzu says, "A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, they will all say, 'We did it ourselves.'" What a great definition of true leadership. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. This type of leader is very much Ketuish, someone who just wants to remain away from the limelight and yet drives the whole show successfully. Ketu's Magha Nakshatra is a Chopa Rustam. Chopa Rustam means a dark horse. It means that a person who never let people know about his unique skills and powers, and just does the work silently and secretly. Magha works exactly like this, silently and secretly, away from the eyes of the world. And that is why Magha is also connected with the art of magic. Magical powers come to Magha with much ease, and if the soul is evolved, then spiritual powers such as siddhis also come by the blessings of Magha. There is no comparison between Ashlesha and Magha. You cannot compare a fish with a lion. A fish is a genius in water, while a lion is a genius on the land. Every nakshatra has its own speciality, and every nakshatra is a genius. Reminds me of Albert Einstein when he quotes, "Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid." So one should not compare Ashlesha with Magha, because Ashlesha is a fish while Magha is a lion. Ketu is the real lion. the real king. Mercury is all logic and intellectualism. When Ketu's spirituality is mixed with Mercury's intellectuality, then what you see is simply beautiful. That is why, whenever you have a flavor of Sufism added to a Hindi song, you instantly connect with the song, especially if you too are spiritual by nature. Natives born with ascendant in Magha goes through many sudden high and low phases of life. However, if the native's birth chart has overall positive placement of planets, then even though while going through the low phases of life, they never lose their enthusiasm. Moon in Magha Nakshatra likes to play in the stock market. Many also become good investment bankers with this placement. They like to take risks. Magha brings the much needed entrepreneur spirit, and so it is good for business. Many big time investors have moon or ascendant in Magha Nakshatra. Because to become a good successful investor, you need to take high risks. Moon or ascendant in Magha likes all that which is grand, spacious, and kingly in display. Generally, you will not find stingy people having moon in Magha. They spend well, and they also spend well for lavish parties and for friends and family. Their motto is simple: live big, live king size. Magha natives loves to buy big brands. Magha natives are large-hearted men who may do a favor but will not ask or expect anything in return. The Leo, that is the lion nature, is of giving and just giving like a godfather. Prestige. Prestige is like oxygen for these men and women. They may be unhappy in their marriage, but they will never knock on the door of the court because divorce means threat to their prestige. And so they generally remain unhappy in their marriage, but never dare to file a divorce because what people will say. In exception situations, they will take divorce only when they are pressurized by their family. Otherwise, they generally want to keep their image as crystal clear as possible. These natives generally don't wait for others' approval of their talent. They go out in the market, roar like a lion, and build their own brand. Instead of begging for a seat, these natives build their own table. For moon or ascendant in Magha, driving on the road to greatness is possible when they bring humility, service, and character to their being, and self realize the fact that greatness is not found in position or prestige or power. Ketu is let go. Ketuish man can easily let go, and because he can let go, he can forgive. Ketuish man is detached from everything and yet connected to everything. Paramahams Yogananda, the Divine Master and author of the legendary book Autobiography of a Yogi, was born on a rising Magha Nakshatra. His ascendant was Leo and Magha Nakshatra. It is said that at the time of death, Steve Jobs had only one book on his iPad, and it was Autobiography of a Yogi. Magha Nakshatra is a perfect nakshatra when it comes to letting go because it is ruled by Ketu. In fact, Magha has all the essence of a monk, a sannyasi, a man who is on the greatest journey of his life, the spiritual journey. People connect with me spontaneously when they are born on Magha Nakshatra, especially when their ascendant is rising with Magha. Always remember, a good night's sleep comes only when you go with the flow, when you accept, when you let go. Much of the miseries come your way because you are not willing to let go. Many times people ask why I am not able to let go. What is the way through which I will be able to let go? The answer is in one word: meditation. Reminds me of a beautiful story. It is said that when Alexander came to India, he collected many precious treasures, abundance of gold and diamonds, and when he was about to leave India, he came across a naked fakir. Alexander asked the fakir, "Do you see my treasures? Have you ever seen anybody with so many treasures?" The fakir said, "All your treasures are nothing, but I can give you one thing that will really make you rich." Alexander could not imagine what this naked fakir could give him. In his begging bowl, the fakir had a small mirror. He gave the mirror to Alexander. Alexander said, "This mirror will make me the richest man in the world? You must be mad." The fakir said, "First look in the mirror." And Alexander looked into the mirror. It did not show his face, it showed his inner being. It showed his interiority. It showed his subjectivity. His being was reflected in the mirror. He touched the feet of the fakir and said, "You are right. All my treasures are nothing before this mirror." It is said that he kept this mirror continuously with him. That mirror represents meditation. The fakir must have given him some meditation, because only meditation can make you aware of who you are. Power cannot help you to realize who you are. Greed for power drags you away from yourself. You go on killing thousands of people just to gain more power, more territories, but within you remain a restless, miserable man. Power is not bad only if it is in the hands of an awakened being, a Buddha, a Christ, a Krishna, a Mahavira. Power becomes bad when it is in the hands of an ignorant, corrupt being. Moon or ascendant in Magha does well when the individual or the native has brought much awareness to his being. Then through the seat of power, that is through Magha, he can help the common man, the nation and its people. It is a myth that power corrupts you. Power cannot corrupt you unless you are already a corrupt being. Power simply brings your corruption into action. People are full of violence, greed, anger, passion, but has no power, so they remain a saint. To be violent, you need to be powerful. To fulfill your greed, you need to be powerful. To satisfy your passions, you need to be powerful. So when power happens into your hands, all your sleeping dogs start barking. Power becomes a nourishment to you, an opportunity. It is not that power corrupts, you are corrupted. Power only brings your corruption into the open. You wanted to kill somebody, but you had not the power to kill. But if you have the power, you will kill. Power in the hands of an awakened being will not cause harm, but only help to those who are in need. Whatever is hidden in your seeds, whatever is your potentiality, power gives you a chance. Because most human beings are living so unconsciously that when they come to power, all their unconscious instincts have a chance to be fulfilled, then they don't care whether it kills people, whether it poisons people. Power is misused because you have desires which are ugly. The real character of a man comes out only when he is given power, absolute power. Just the way the physical body needs a good bath every day, similarly, your inner being also need a good bath every day, and it comes in the form of meditation. When awareness comes to your being, when awareness, consciousness expands, then all the Rahuish, that is worldly affairs, can be very effectively managed for the well-being of others. This is how you can change the quality of your life. This is how all those having moon or ascendant in Magha can bring a pleasant change in this human world by cleansing themselves and expanding their consciousness, which is possible only when your meditation is not limited to a few minutes but becomes a way of your life. There was a king. Once he went to a great master, and the master was meditating. But the king wanted to ask a question. So he went ahead and he said, "Sorry, I have a question that I need to ask. Sorry for disturbing you. I know you are meditating." And the master said, "I am not meditating. I am meditation." That is how we should become. Our whole life should become a meditation. We ourselves should become meditation. Meditation should be the way of our life. Ashlesha is a nakshatra whose nature is to cling, whereas a Magha is a nakshatra whose nature is to let go. And that is why Magha is great. In fact, the word Magha itself means the greatest of all, because it is only when you are able to let go that you can truly progress in your life. How let go happens? Let go happens when you are able to live with acceptance. So first you accept, then the stage of acceptance help you to let go. And when you let go, you feel lighter, you feel relaxed, and then you truly start moving forward, and then there is no looking back. The sky is clear and you are ready to fly. So it is the let go nature of Ketu's Magha that makes it a very special nakshatra. Ashlesha is brilliant, but its clinging nature blocks its real growth, its spiritual growth. Buddha says the root of suffering is attachment. Buddha says life is suffering because throughout your life you remain attached to so many people as well as to so many things. This attachment need to transform into detachment, and that is possible only when you start meditating daily, when you start chanting daily. Every day millions of birds blossom into a beautiful flower. You also can blossom. You also can dance. You also can sing a song. Only when you live by surrendering yourself to God. Only when you start meditating on God's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant the name of the Lord every day with unconditional love, with no expectations, and then the miracles will start happening. Miracles happen every day in our life. We miss to see these miracles because we are still blind, and the fakir has given us a mirror. The fakir must be really mad because he is giving mirror to blind people like us. But the mirror he gives is the most wonderful gift of the beyond. The mirror is meditation. Through meditation, you can see. It is only through meditation that you will gain a new perspective towards life, a fresh perspective, a new vision. Meditate with love because it is only through love, unconditional love, that you can experience the beyond, the godly, the divine. And that's what Magha is all about, the divine seat of power, where the enlightened beings sit and direct this human world. I humbly prostrate before the divine seat of power, Magha, the majestic star where the angels dwell. Angels represent the totality of life, innocence of life, celebration of life. Magha is the home to angels, and Moon in Magha natives perfectly understand the fact that life is not logic, that life is not a philosophy, life is a celebration. The real meaning of creativity is loving whatsoever you do, celebrating it as a gift of God. Magha brings creativity because they love whatsoever they do. They dance, they sing, they are perfectly aware that the true religion is in celebrating life. They don't analyze, they celebrate life. When you celebrate, the whole existence participates with you. God comes only to an open mind and not to a closed mind. You have to open up to the existence. You have to share your thoughts. You have to express yourself without thinking who will say what. Magha gives that open window to express, to sing, to share, to dance. Dance, but when you dance, become the dance. Don't let the dancer, that is the ego, control you. When you sing, become the song. When you love, become love. The solution to all the miseries of human life is found only in one word: love. Love can heal, love can forgive, and love can lead you to the state of liberation, which is moksha. Leo is indeed the sign of individuality, and only an individual can truly love. Only an individual can understand the essence of true love, because he is not bothered about the society. He is not chasing respectability. He is happy to be. He is not interested in becoming. Be who you are and share what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Freedom is the fuel. Freedom is the foundation of a blissful life, but this freedom should come from within. Inner freedom. Inner freedom is possible. It happens as you go deeper and deeper into awareness. Watch your body. Watch your thought processes. Buddha says, watch, witness the whole process of your thoughts. Slowly, slowly, you will be aware that you are not any thought. You are not mind at all. You are a pure witness. The experience of pure witnessing is the experience of total freedom. but it is an inward phenomena. And a man who is inwardly totally free has no hankering to be outwardly free. He is capable of accepting nature as it is. Such a man lives with acceptance. To such a man, Buddha addresses as Tathagat, one who has experienced total freedom within, one who is the real lion, the real guru, the real master who reigns over the space to which the world calls Magha, the seat of power, real power whose roots are found in the seed of love. Love to each one of you. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.